So, funny story. The person who converted me to Linux is a Windows user, and he has virtually no, I would say he has about almost no Linux experience at all. I'm talking about my cousin Tim. Now, my cousin Tim and I, we are about equals when it comes to technology. He knows a ton of stuff about Windows networking and Windows computer stuff, and I know about the exact same with Linux. So we talk about stuff all the time from different perspectives. So 6, 7, 8 years ago, he came over to my apartment, and I don't know, I think I had him over to look at something on my laptop. It was an old laptop. It ran Windows XP, and XP was just not great. And so we wanted to try something else. And Tim was like, okay, well, I have this installation disk of Ubuntu, I believe it was 704. And he hands me this Ubuntu 704 disk, and he's like, okay, well, let's install this. And I installed it. And unlike a lot of other people, I didn't really get walked through the Linux process. I didn't get told, like, this is what you need to do to survive. And this was back before there was really any really good ways to just install Linux and be happy. You know, like nowadays, if you switch to Linux, you switch relative, you can be like, okay, well, here's Google Chrome, you can watch Netflix, you can do all this stuff. That was, for me, it was like I had to learn what packages were on my own. Like, I didn't understand how software worked for years, because I thought, okay, I'm going to install this tarball to install VirtualBox, because I Googled that, this is how you run Windows software, you need to virtualize it. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that makes sense. Maybe I need to do that. And then I learned, no, there's actually software repositories, and you can just install stuff like normal, like a Debian package or a Fedora package. And I learned as I went along. I learned about Wine, and I use Linux on and off, and then I kind of just faded back into Windows, and then I had Windows Vista and Windows 7, and I was like, okay, well, not really happy with this whole Windows thing. I don't see what the great deal is about why everyone thinks it just works. It's great. And I had also used Macs in the past, and I didn't like those either. So I just kind of had my moment of, screw this, I'm done. I'm just going to install Ubuntu, and I'm going to delete Windows. And because I didn't really have the intelligence to be like, oh, I just got a copy of Windows for free, which I do know how to do now. I can get multiple copies of Windows for free. I mean, I did it legitimately with Windows 10, but the other ones, that's our secret, okay? But that was before I was able to do that. So I was kind of in a I'm not turning back situation, because it was like, okay, now I have a free operating system, and as problems arise, I was like, okay, I need to learn how to use this. And I just got more proficient, and to the point where I got hired as a writer in 2013, and I wrote about Linux stuff. I'm still writing about Linux stuff, and I'm doing videos professionally for people about Linux and stuff. So I've come a long way, and my cousin inadvertently switched me to Linux by giving it to me as my only option. And as the years, it's just grown on me, and I love Linux. I use Arch Linux on my self-built desktop. My dad runs it on his laptop. My aunt runs it on her laptop. I could convert my mom to it, I'm sure, but I just haven't really felt like it. I mean, like, a lot of people I know who talk to me are switched to Linux. Like, I have friends who use it now. I have friends who don't use it, but it's going to be almost 10 years, and I'm a 26-year-old. So, I mean, it's always been kind of like a thing in my life, like most people have like hobbies, and Linux is a hobby of mine. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my Linux story. Again, I'm not a great storyteller. This is just an experimental concept for another episode until I can get around to doing what I mentioned in the vlog. Please leave a comment down below. Please tell me what your Linux story is. I'd be interested in learning how you came to use Linux. And please don't forget to subscribe and to like this if you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time.